Donatelli. Welcome to Reader Seeks Romance, the #1 romance novel talk show on YouTube. In today's episode, I chatted with award-winning romance author Joanna Shupe. Joanna discussed her Gilded Age romance series, The Fifth Avenue Rebels, and her new historical romance, The Heiress Hunt. Joanna also played Match Game, Gilded Age Edition. Enjoy, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hi, Joanna. Welcome to Reader Seeks Romance.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure. Congratulations on the release of The Heiress Hunt, book 1 in your Fifth Avenue Rebels series.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited.
First off, who are the Fifth Avenue Rebels?
I like the idea of found family. So I wanted a group of guys that had sort of been friends in college and who had bonded, these like wealthy kind of outcasts who had bonded in college because their families were also terrible. So now, when we meet them, they're now out of college and all sort of trying to figure out their way in the world, like without their families, and some of them actively working against their families. So that was sort of the concept for the series. The original concept of the book was childhood friends to lovers, and that it would be sort of like The Bachelor set in Newport, that the hero would need to get married quickly. Even though he really wants to marry her, he needs like a way to be around her. I mean, he has to woo her back. And he has to convince her to take it from friends to lovers. And to do that, he needs her alone in a way that is socially acceptable. So he convinces her to throw this house party to help get him a wife. So it's basically The Bachelor set in Newport, except The Bachelor has like ulterior motives. I don't think I've written a childhood friends to lovers. I've written friends to lovers, but I've never written childhood friends to lovers. I had a high school reunion not that long ago, and my very first boyfriend was there, and I spent like a lot of time talking to him. We dated for like a really long time, and he's probably the only ex of mine that doesn't actively hate my guts. So we spent a lot of time together, and one of the I was always close with like him and his friends, and he said, "Oh, we're all so proud of you." And I was like, what for? He was like, "For this whole book thing that you're doing, like we talk about it all the time, like how amazing we think you are, and like we're all so proud of this like career that you have." So that stuck in my mind, and I was like, that was sort of the idea for like Harrison, like sort of watching her career from afar and really being proud of her. That was a little bit of like the childhood, not that I'm like, I have this thing where I'm pining for any ex-boyfriend. So let's just get that right out of the way. This was not like some sort of reimagined.
Okay. Noted. Yeah. Noted.
I was able to work in women's tennis, which was fun, because we really see tennis, especially for women, become like more of a professional sport in the Gilded Age. And her style of play is based on like this real female tennis player of the 1920s, like late teens and early 20s, who was French and like basically revolutionized women's tennis and became just like the celebrity of her day. And she was very, I like the only thing I could compare it to would be like Babe Ruth here. Like, I mean, she was like, fashion and her style of play and like her romances. And like, she was very just kind of bold and, somebody should make a biopic of this woman. She's amazing. I forget her name.
Oh, okay.
I forget it. It's probably in my author's note, but I don't remember her name.
I'm dying to ask this since I read this passage. The egg hunts, okay, where you could win Tiffany jewelry.
Oh,
Please tell me that that actually happened.
So there are many, many, many reports of Gilded Age parties and dinner parties and balls where very extravagant gifts were given uh, as you left as party favors. And Tiffany jewelry was certainly one of them.
Now, did they do the egg hunts or was that your own invention?
The egg hunt was my I mean, certainly they were done. The first egg hunt on the lawn of the White House took place during the Gilded Age. I think it's Benjamin Harrison, but I could be wrong. But it's that took place in the Gilded Age. So it sort of was like using that, but on the grounds of this, because Easter egg hunts were becoming more and more common. So yeah, that I think was mostly me, but it's a Gilded Age thing. So
Right, right. Is that what attracts you to the Gilded Age? Because you've written a number of novels set during that time in American history. Is it the wealth and the excess and the corruption and scandal? Is that what?
yes, I mean, keep going. Yes, like all of that for sure. There are some things that are so crazy that you cannot make them up. Like one of the things that I used for the opening of A Daring Arrangement, which is the dinner party on horseback, is a real historical event. Somebody, a horse riding club, I believe, or yeah, I think it was a horse riding club, rented out the second floor of Sherry's restaurant, which was one of the two most exclusive restaurants in the Gilded Age in New York City at the time, rented out the entire second floor. And they did, the waiters were dressed as grooms. They had wine in saddlebags. I mean, they did the whole thing on horseback. So some of it is so crazy that you can't even make it up. I spent every summer with my grandmother in Kentucky, like as a kid. I grew up in Ohio, and my mom would drive us down to my grandmother's in Kentucky, and I would stay with her. And my grandmother was a huge romance reader, and she had this library with all these books. And there were all these romance novels, tucked in there. And so I was probably like 11 or 12, just looking for something to do in the summer and peeking through her library. And I'm sure it was, probably a Johanna Lindsay or a Kathleen Woodiwiss or Jude Devereaux. And then my mom read romance all the time. My mom still today is a huge romance reader, and she reads all my stuff.
Oh, nice.
And I've gotten there's not enough sex in this book note before. So just throw that out there. Way to go, Mom. But yeah, I mean, she'll say like, oh, this book was, way hotter than your other ones, or, and she, it's funny because she says that, my very first published book, which was The Court of the Duchess, like still remains her favorite. But Kit's book, which she has already read, because as soon as I finish the draft, she's like, I need to read it. Like, send me. So whenever I finish a book, it goes right to my mom. So she's already read Kit's book, and she said she may like it better. Like it may be her new favorite, which for her is like, that's like earth shattering. So anyway, she liked the Heiress hunt. I don't want to disparage the Heiress hunt, but yeah, she really liked the book that comes next. So anyway, reviews from my mom, romance reviews by Joanna's mom.
That could be a thing.
I'm telling you, she would be an absolute riot.
Maybe next time I should have you and your mom on the show. You did mention the next book in the Fifth Avenue Rebel series. Do you want to, are you able to share a little bit about that?
So the idea for the series is that you've already met all the cast of characters in the Heiress hunt. So the idea was that the second book of the series takes place almost concurrently to the Heiress hunt. So while Harrison and Maddie are off doing their thing, Kit is off doing something else, which you will find out about in the second book. And the second hero is the shy shipping heiress, Alice Lusk. So she's the heroine and Kit is the hero. And So you'll kind of find out what shenanigans they're up to. But that is like basically a kissing lessons book.
Give me a Gilded Age woman's name, first and last name.
Are we looking for a living person, or you just want me to make one up?
Just any Gilded Age woman's name.
Alva Vanderbilt.
That comes up. Okay, what was that?
Alva Vanderbilt.
I came up with, the first thing was Babs LaRue.
So you wanted me to make one up?
Whatever name comes up.
All right, fine. That sounds like a brothel owner, like in the Tenderloin.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. So any Gilded Age man's name, first and last, that just pops up.
JP Morgan.
I came up with Cornelius T. Drysdale III.
That is a good one.
Popular Gilded Age author that comes to mind.
Edith Wharton, my favorite.
We have a match. Edith
Yay!
Wharton. Edith Wharton. Okay.
Yay.
Movie set during the Gilded Age.
Age of Innocence.
I picked Hello, Dolly, the musical.
Oh.
That's what popped up in my head because I am a fan of musicals, particularly that one.
Was that the 1940s or no? Was it Gilded Age?
I don't know when it was made, but it was set in the
Gilded
Age.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen it. I should watch it.
Have to. You have
Yeah.
to.
No, I have to.
There's so much goodness in it. Okay. This one, Gilded Age food. Whatever comes to mind.
Oysters.
Oysters. That's a good one. I thought of creamy quail.
So creamy.
Because
okay.
I think of thick, rich sauces and I think of like weird bird name. Well, I mean, it is. Quails are actual things that they eat. I think of it as weird. So over the top Gilded Age party favor.
Tiffany bracelet.
Which makes sense. I immediately thought of a live peacock.
Oh, that's a good one.
I feel as if someone has given away live peacocks at some point, right? And it's like, oh, you can't reject it, I'd imagine. So you're like, oh, thank you.
I mean, a horse, like same
horse?
thing. A horse. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I betcha. Okay. Infamous robber barons. Name one.
Jay Fisk.
Oh, good one. I picked Vanderbilt.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
We didn't match on this one, but I think there's a chance we might match on the last one. Gilded Age courtship ritual.
Gilded Age driving in the park.
I put love letters, like writing love letters.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I also put love letters and or glove sniffing because you can't tell me that didn't happen. I'm pretty sure that there was glove sniffing, especially after accepting the peacock. But no, I feel as if like that might have been a thing that, oh, she dropped her glove, right?
I would have even thought of it, but yeah.
And it's
why?
like,
of course.
oh, I saw him find my glove and he sniffed it. Oh, how exciting.
I kind of want to use that now.
Feel free to use any and all of my answers.
It feels really dirty. Glove sniffing.
It does.
Like,
and I want to know why.
Really dirty.
Thank you. I'm glad that you, because I said Joanna's going to respond one of two ways, and I'm hoping she's more delighted by that answer than.
I love it. I adore it.
So if you use it, please just throw me in the acknowledgement.
I will. I will.
Thank you so much, Joanna, for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast. Thank you.
I'm glad you had fun.